Hi, everybody. You know what time it is? Yes, it's Nugget time, but it's also love time. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. But I just want to talk real quick about love. And I want to talk about my own life and about love. You know, I remember years and years ago living a lifestyle that really showed what I was looking for. And what I was looking for was love. I was looking for acceptance. I was looking for love. And I thought I understood what love was, and I thought I had felt love. I thought I had this whole love concept and idea by the hand or by the tail and really understood what it was. But the truth is that I didn't. I really didn't understand. I accepted Christ and then very quickly walked away. Why? Because there was no discipleship. There was just an acceptance of something that I really, really, really didn't understand. And then I ended up in Japan. And I ended up in a little church on Sagamihara. And it was there that I really, really, really began to understand and began to be taught about love. First of all, about God's love toward me, about how much He loved me, about the fact that, He's with us always and He saw all of the things that I did. But at the moment that I accepted His Son, that He cleaned me up and He forgot. He chose to forget all of those things. He forgave me for those things. And that was one of the first painful lessons that I learned about God's kind of love, and then about beginning to love myself. I remember sitting there in a Bible study with Pastor Anthony Holliday, and I asked the question, I said, but what if you can't forgive yourself? And that was what I was torn with. I was getting to a point, I was beginning to understand that God's love, that God loves and He loves without condition and He forgives completely and totally. But what if you can't forgive yourself? And as only Pastor Holliday could, he asked me, how did I have the right to not forgive one of God's children? And he began to explain to me that just as God calls us to forgive other people, we also need to forgive ourselves for things. That was a breaking day for me. And I began to really understand about God loving me and about me loving God. Because the truth is that God talks to us about our obedience. And we are called to forgive, not just forgive others, but to forgive ourselves. But the other thing with this whole forgiveness thing, if I would have never started forgiving myself, if I would have continued to hide the scars and the tattoos that I had on the inside, I would have never been able to do the things for God that He has called me to do, or to allow Him to do the things that He has done through me. I would have never have been able to do it because I would have been bound by the shame of what I wasn't forgiving. God's love is amazing. It is. But we do have to receive it. We have to receive His love. We have to receive His forgiveness. And we've got to learn to forgive ourselves. And when we do, God opens up a door like you've never seen before. And He will show you things that He wants you to do that you never, ever, ever thought possible. I absolutely love God. And I love the beginnings. I love the fact and think often of my life back in Japan in Sagamihara Christian Fellowship with Pastor Anthony Holliday and Sister Elaine Holliday. I love with my sisters, Sister Candace Stoner, with Elaine, with Yolanda, with Alicia, with Veronica, Sister Burnett. I can keep going, but you know what? Those are people that God used to show me what real love was about here on earth amongst my sisters. They weren't afraid to correct me. They weren't afraid to challenge me. They weren't afraid to get up in the midnight hour and pray for me. They weren't afraid because they love me. God's love is amazing. It just really is. This is Sabrina. Okay, remember what I told you. It's night for the shift workers. So night shift workers. And for the rest of us, it's time to go to work, y'all. Ciao.